Here now to talk more about the legal part of this verdict is Misty Marris, legal analyst and trial attorney. Misty, so many questions. I think you and I can remember when this trial actually took place in the headlines, Foxy, Knoxy, and all of that. What is your take on this verdict today? And help us understand why she's still being held liable for this slander charge when she was cleared of the actual murder itself.
Yes, Nick, this has been a long path to get here. So what happened back in 2019 is a European human rights court actually overturned Amanda Knox's verdict because of the way that the police interrogation had actually been conducted. She was interrogated without an interpreter, and Italian was not her first language, and she did not have a lawyer. During that interrogation, she implicated Lambamba, the individual who she has now been convicted of slander. So all of those decisions were overturned because of the European Human Rights Court. She has been exonerated on the murder, but prosecutors have retried her with respect to the slander. Now, why is the question? Well, slander is a different legal standard. It means that she made a statement that was reputationally damaging to that individual, and they suffered the consequences of that. So in this particular case, the murder, that is all done. But the slander component, whether or not she made the statement, which she did admit to, and it damaged his reputation, that was the inquiry. Now, of course, her defense was she made that under duress. She was under the influence of the police. She was forced to make that statement. Clearly, the court here found that despite that defense, she can still be held responsible for those slanderous remarks, which did put this individual and made him essentially a pariah in the community, caused him to spend 2 weeks in jail.
And Missy, Amanda Knox even argued that that slander conviction should have been overturned due to her mistreatment by Italian police. She accused him of actually hitting and assaulting her while she was in their custody, correct?
Correct. That's all part of her defense. So her argument was that she should not be convicted of slander because it was the police who actually forced her to make those representations. And one of the big pieces of evidence in this particular case is a handwritten letter she wrote the day after that hours-long interrogation, where she basically recanted everything that she had said because she said she was exhausted, she was forced to do it, she was coerced. And so all of that was the evidence that was heard in this particular trial. And that's the distinction about this slander charge versus everything else. All that other stuff is thrown away. She's been exonerated. She's not a murderer. However, the slander component relates specifically to the statement made and whether or not it caused damage. Now, the rationale is going to come out in 60 days, so we'll be able to see exactly what happened in that courtroom that led to this determination.
Missy, 2 quick questions for you. I've got less than a minute. I can understand him, the bar owner, wanting to sue her for slander because he says it has damaged his reputation to the point where he had to move to another country. He's in Poland now. I can get that he wants some type of retribution. I can't understand why she would go back to the country that put her through all of that. What is it that they're both looking for here, Misty?
So, Nick, it's a criminal case. So she had to go back and she had to testify in her own defense. She was looking to be completely exonerated of every single aspect of this entire situation that she's been in for so many years. Now, while she's not going to serve any jail time, he was awarded legal fees and damages that will be in that decision that's going to come out in 60 days. So he wanted this to stand. She was looking to be exonerated. And at this point, we could still be in the legal system here, Nick, because she may appeal this verdict.
Wow, Misty, and of course, we will break it all down if that happens, but you're probably right. This is not over. Legal analyst and trial attorney Misty Marris, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon.
Thank you.